Wyoming.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I just heard Senator Schumer, the minority leader, say that Democrats don't want a government shutdown. Well, I would recommend that the minority leader actually ought to read the newspaper. He's going to see that Democrats are threatening and actually calling for a shutdown of the U.S. government. So here's USA Today today. Picture of Senator Schumer right there. Big picture in color, fist in the air. Democrats open to shutting down government. So the senator that just was on the floor saying, oh, no, they don't want it. He's calling for it across the country in the USA Today this morning. That's what we're seeing across this country. Democrats so much in disarray after the fact that they've lost the House, lost the Senate, lost the White House, that the Democrats now want to shut down the government. Here's a headline in the New York Times on Sunday. Democrats hint at government shutdown to stop Trump's axing at federal agencies. President Trump's doing what people elected him to do, to get the wasteful Washington spending to end. So that's what we've seen. USA Today, New York Times. What about the Washington Post? So Democrats say they will not help avert a shutdown. Democrats are calling for a shutdown. USA Today, New York Times, Washington Post. The list goes on. What are Democrats saying on television? Well, Meet the Press this Sunday. Senator Andy Kim, New Jersey. He said Democrats in Congress would shut down the government. He says if we have to, in order to obstruct President Trump. Not to help the country, not to provide services for the men and women in uniform, not to provide needs around the country. No, because they want to obstruct President Trump. That's why Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are calling for a government shutdown. Didn't end there. Cory Booker, New Jersey, a member of the leadership of the Democrat Party. He was on CNN this weekend. What did he say? Democrats will use every tool possible to stop President Trump. The Democrats want to stop the president who was elected with 312 electoral votes, won every one of the battleground states, and the Democrats just want to stop him. The American people want the kind of action and the urgency that we're seeing right now out of President Trump. Jeff Merkley, senator from Oregon, he's open to shutting down the government. He said, oh, yep, no more business as usual. Shut it down. President Trump is doing exactly what America voted for. But here are the headlines, there are the pictures, and those are the Democrats in the United States Senate saying, we don't care what the American people say, we're going to shut down the government. President Trump is shrinking the size of government. We know the government is too big. We know it spends too much. President Trump is accounting for every single penny. And we're not going to make pennies anymore as a result of the fact that it costs 3 cents to make a penny. That's why Democrats want to shut down the government. They don't like the success that America is having today. They don't like the optimism that is pervasive throughout our country. So once again, if there's going to be a shutdown, we're talking about a Schumer shutdown of our country because they lost the election. Additionally, Mr. President, here we are on the floor of the Senate, and the Senate will vote soon on the nomination of Tulsi Gabbard to be the Director of National Intelligence. She has the right background, she has the right experience, and she has the right perspective to keep our nation safe and to keep it secure. Congresswoman Gabbard has served in uniform for more than 20 years. She deployed to the Middle East several times. She serves in the military today and was recently promoted to lieutenant colonel. As a member of Congress for 8 years, she served on the Armed Services and the Foreign Affairs Committee. Her experience handling highly classified information is extensive. As Director of National Intelligence, she will handle classified information properly and lawfully. Congresswoman Gabbard is more than qualified to serve as the Director of National Intelligence. Now, we've heard a lot of debate about her, but not one senator has disputed the simple fact that She took a hard line on Russia and on Iran. In 2013, Congresswoman Gabbard co-sponsored the Nuclear Iran Prevention Act. She wanted severe sanctions on Iran. Well, why would the Democrats not like that? Oh, because they were part of the group with President Obama who wanted to appease Iran. No wonder they oppose her now. She opposed the Iran deal. She viewed it as a threat to both America and to Israel. And she was right. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea. President Obama rejected sending tank-busting missiles to Ukraine. Remember what he sent? He sent blankets. Blankets. Look, the sanctions that he imposed, President Obama imposed against Russia, were terribly weak. And Congresswoman Gabbard argued for U.S. military assistance to Ukraine back then. And she called for painful sanctions against Russia, things that the Democrats and their President Obama at the time were unwilling to do. Tulsi Gabbard never sought war with Russia, yet she never kidded herself, never would look back about the aggressive nature of Russia's ambitions. She worked to stop wars, even though she served and was ready to fight in them. She knows what it means when we talk about peace through strength. Democrats attacked her patriotism. They attacked her loyalty. It's disturbing. No evidence to support that. The attacks on her are another case of Democrats equating political disagreement with disloyalty. Washington wants to trust our intelligence agencies again. We need to take an axe to the weaponization of these very agencies. Congresswoman Gabbard will keep politics out of intelligence gathering. She wants to return ODNI to its original size, its scope, and its mission. As she wrote in Newsweek, I promise to provide unbiased, timely, and accurate intelligence for those making decisions to protect the people of our country. That's exactly what we need, Mr. President. Tulsi Gabbard is the right choice to be the Director of National Intelligence, and I look forward to voting to confirm her later today.
Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. And while you're at it, please leave us a comment. Thank you for watching.